What up? It's your boy T-Burn Reaction. I'm about to do another. This is a back-to-back sides one I should have did in my last video involving in celebrating 4 years of New Edition. So last time I did it back-to-back, and I said it all in one video, and it ended up being too long of a video. So I did New Edition All for Love. In the same time, I did Giant Gill's Chemistry, which came out the same year. This is before Giant Gill joined the group, but this was like the album that will push him to get his notice as notice before he was getting recognized being part of New Edition. This is breakout. But anyway, I just got finished recording the video about the album Retrospective of New Edition's first album without Bobby Brown, that was Under the Blue Moon. And now we're going to check, and now speaking of Bobby Brown, we're going to check out what happened around the time when Bobby Brown was, while New Edition was doing Under the Blue Moon. And this was him doing his debut solo album, King of Stage. Great album and everything as well too. You know, although Bobby, he felt that he could have did better with the album as well too, with the way they released the singles or anything. But this was definitely a solid debut for him as well too. So, other than that, we're going to check out the album Respect of King of Stage. Though a lot of good singles came out there, such as Girlfriend, Girl Next Door, personal favorite of mine, Baby Let Me Tell You Something, and a good amount of other songs on there that was pretty cool. So without further ado, let's check it out. Alright, hold on.
I was voted out of the group because I would do the opposite, you know, of what they told New Edition to do. I was my own man at a young age, and I just wanted what I wanted. I was still ready to do what I wanted to do, the music that I wanted to do.
What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video. If you haven't already, check out my video essays on Retrospective's Living in a Dream, Bobby Brown's Mystical Magic, New Edition's Tender Love, Every Little Step, and the album retrospectives on Candy Girl, New Edition, and All for Love. In each video, I dive into interesting details not commonly known about New Edition. Since the group's inception, Bobby Brown's dissatisfaction with his role within the group increased with each album, only given 4 songs where he was able to showcase his talents: Jealous Girl, Mr. Telephone Man, Hide and Seek, and Who Do You Trust? On other tracks, he was limited to only co-lead or background vocals. His artistic frustrations extended to the stage, unable to express himself due to restrictions on what he could and could not do. Circumstances worsened by pre-existing issues with management, which led to Bobby missing television appearances, performances, and on-stage outbursts. Extending his performance of Mr. Telephone Man to 20 minutes and instigating a fight with Michael Bivins on stage led to his removal from the group altogether. A necessary conclusion that would birth his debut album. In this video, I'll be discussing the history leading up to...
Wow, interesting. We got another departure right here. This is when around TV and magazine about Wham and their departure right there too. If you haven't already, watch that documentary on what's it, Netflix? It was a good documentary, man. Definitely check that out.
It's slightly after King of Stage. While you're here, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and without further ado, let's get into it. Following the onstage chaos that ensued during their concert in Oakland, California, New Edition was pressured by management to vote Bobby Brown out of the group, asserting that the group's reputation and success will be in jeopardy if they did not intervene. Ronnie, Ricky, and Michael would reluctantly opt to vote Bobby out of the group. Ralph Tresvant, having already been subject to resentment from the other members, was not comfortable with the situation. Bobby, being the co-lead singer, alleviated the tensions by having his own solo songs and sharing the spotlight on stage. Uncertain of the group's future, Ralph approached Bobby and offered to leverage his position as lead singer and threatened to leave if Bobby was not brought back. The group's plans to part ways with their managers allowed the option for Bobby to return to the group.
We didn't mention it last time, but one of the original members, Bobby, of course, is not with the group. I don't know whether it's temporary or permanent. Ralph, would you like to respond to that?
Well, we hope it's temporary, and Bobby knows, that anytime his solo career is not working out, or if he wants to come back with us, he's always welcome.
How are you with the other members of the group? Is there any chance that you are going to be collaborating or working together in the future?
Well, there's perfect. It's perfect how everything's going right now. You know, because me and the guys sat down. We said to each other, I told them, you know, I love it too much being solo, so that there's no chance of us all getting back together. And they said, well, what we gonna do about, you know, just the group period? And we decided to do a reunion album, and I'm doing a reunion tour maybe in 88, 89, somewhere along the line. But we're gonna give each other a chance, you know.
It's a little foreshadowing right there, 'cause they kind of did in a way. Like they was in the same tour together during Heartbreak tour. It's just he was the opener, and they was the headliners. But yeah,
Like
After
I'm
you
gonna
all
when I
become
do
old
my
men.
after we become old men, like the Temptations, you know, do a reunion thing or something. You know, I love the guys. They know that. We spend as much time we can together. We try to go do things. In fact, we just went to go see Captain Ill a few months ago, and that was great. You know, we all got tickets on the way there though.
Ultimately, Bobby would part ways with New Edition, effectively ending his contractual obligation and ties to Jumpin' Shoe Productions. This also excluded Bobby from the legal and financial issues New Edition would have to endure for some time following the firing of their managers. MCA initially had intentions of dropping Bobby Brown from their artist roster. Intentions that were thwarted by Ernie Singleton, who was an executive for the label, and Lowell Silas Jr., who was MCA's head of promotions. Bobby's talents, persona, and potential as a solo artist was undeniable and warranted an opportunity to record a solo album.
After Bobby left the group, MCA then decided that they were going to drop Bobby. Myself and my head of promotion, we said to the rest of the camp at MCA, we can't drop Bobby. Our belief is, once a name, always a threat.
Whenever an artist
hold on a second. Be right back. I'm gonna check something real quick. I'm back. Hey, I took a little man who sleep. Let's get it.
leaves a group voluntarily or otherwise, the record label can have what is called a first right of refusal stipulated into their contract. Which means before an artist can negotiate with other record labels, they must first enter into negotiations with their original label. For example, before Ralph Tresvant could secure a recording contract as a solo artist for Living in a Dream, he first had to negotiate with MCA, with whom he was still contractually bound to via New Edition.
Y'all remember that when the story when he was talking about that, and they that's why he had to stay. That's why he stayed and made that new the Heartbreak album.
Gerald Busby would visit Bobby Brown in Boston and offer him his own record deal. Following that, recording work would begin on King of Stage. Larry Blackman and John Luongo would be brought in to produce the entire album. Larry Blackman, the lead singer of the group Cameo, who released a slew of gold-selling albums between 1979 and 1985. Their most notable album, Word Up, would be released that year on September 9th, 1986, spawning the classic songs Candy and Word Up. Candy reaching number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 1 on the Hot Black Singles Chart. Word Up reaching number 6 on the Hot 100 and number 1 on the Black Singles Chart. Word Up would transcend the United States and chart in foreign countries like Australia, Ireland, Italy, and New Zealand, to name a few. John Luongo, an acclaimed record producer and mixer, who in the early 80s worked with artists such as Huey Lewis, Don Henley, and John Waite. Luongo would provide additional mixing and production touches to help prepare songs for release. Songs like Huey Lewis's Power of Love and John Waite's Missing You were both #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100. Don Henley's All She Wants to Do Is Dance would reach number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. Tony Haynes is the most notable of the songwriters who worked on King of Stage. He wrote songs for Vanity, The Temptations, Kool and the Gang, and Patrice Rushen. He would go on to co-write Still in Love, a personal favorite.
I've been announcing her last name totally wrong. I've been saying Russian. It's Rushin. Okay. I've been announcing her last name completely wrong, man.
Of mine from Troop's self-titled album, Girlfriend, the first track on King of Stage. Written by Kirk Crumpler, Lee Peters, and Larry White. A soft love ballad that doesn't stray very far from what one could expect to hear on a New Edition album in terms of lyrical content and melody. Unlike Jealous Girl and Mr. Telephone Man, Girlfriend is an open stage, free from other voices. Bobby's vocals take up the space with perhaps his best display of vocals up until that point. song is elevated to another level by the vocal harmonies on the chorus, sung primarily by Bobby. The best songs are the ones that are not only pleasing to the ear, but ones that are simple enough for you to sing along to. Girlfriend does not disappoint in its intentions, and it makes sense as to why MCA decided for it to be the album's lead single. Girlfriend was released on October 14th, 1986, peaking on the Billboard Hot 100 at number 57 and number 1 on the Hot Black Singles chart. It went on to become the song that's most associated with the album. The music video is proof that Bobby Brown was meant to shine on his own stage. In the vein of New Edition, Bobby Brown vies for the love and affection of a beautiful girl.
Oh, well, I have to say the response, of course, to your new album, your new single, Girlfriend, and the work that you're actually doing is really been great.
Thank you.
How do you feel as you're traveling around the country? How is it in other areas?
It's great. I mean, the record, it zoomed. I don't know. It was an incredible record. It broke a record of New Edition. You know, when New Edition first came out, I mean, everybody jumped on it, but not as quick as everybody jumped on my first single, Girlfriend. Girlfriend came out, and within 2 weeks, it was on the charts. Well, within a week, it was on the charts, and now it's #1 in R&R, and it should be #1 in Billboard right now.
When it comes to making videos now, you're a veteran. You've been in so many of them, and as well as made here in the United States and in England. And your latest video, your solo video, Girlfriend, where was that made at? And how did you enjoy doing that? And especially the part that you played with the beautiful young lady in the video.
Okay, it was made in New York City. In fact, I'd like to add one more thing. I wrote the video script for the whole video, and I'm going to be doing that, you know, until I can't write no more. You know, I want to do anything possible to, you know, just do entertainment, period. I mean, write movie scripts, video scripts, songs, you know, produce anything. It was a great, I had a great time with the girl in the video, you know. She was very easy to work with.
A lot of people might say, is she really your girlfriend?
Oh, no. I don't have any girlfriend, you know. That's why Larry wrote the song, you know. So I don't have any girlfriend. I'm looking for a girlfriend. Remember, I need a girlfriend. Doing the video, it was a lot of fun because, you know, it was my first solo video, and it was like a big thrill for me to work with a beautiful girl like that. And I never never did a video where I got to kiss a girl, so that really.
Nice, yup.
Well, I'll say you went at it wholeheartedly.
Actually, I never got to do it.
Girlfriend is followed by Girl Next Door, written by Melvin Wells. The song's production is very much so reminiscent of Cameo's signature sound. A stark contrast to Girlfriend, Girl Next Door has an unorthodox approach to vocal arrangement and instrumentation. A musical juxtaposition that succeeds due to Bobby's vocal versatility, bravado, and ability to adjust. The latter portion of the song makes a full 360 turn and takes on the sound of hip-hop accompanied by rap rhymes. Girl Next Door is a unique track where little to no comparisons can be made to it outside of Cameo's discography. Despite their obvious differences, what Girl Next Door shares with Girlfriend is the song's subject matter. Bobby proclaiming his love for the new girl that lives next door. It's apparent that the goal was for Bobby to maintain a similar motif to New Edition and to target the same demographic. The music video does just that. Bobby front and center with a group of backup dancers peeking at his love interest.
Like Larry.
The video also featured a young Carl Payne who would be known for his role as Cole on the classic sitcom Martin.
He was doing
released as a single on January 6, 1987. It failed to reach the Billboard Hot 100, but it did reach number 31 on the Hot Black Singles chart. Baby, I Want to Tell You Something, written by Larry Blackman, Tommy Jenkins, and Nathan Lieutenant. The song makes a bold statement with its lyrics. Baby, I want to tell you something. I'm the one you need. The way we feel is not a sin. Just let the love begin. For you, my heart bleeds. A rising and falling guitar riff pervades the song, hooking the listener into the groove. From an artistic perspective and standpoint.
First, if y'all follow my TikTok, I was trying to see if I can make a like a own little remix beat to that song as well too, but it's just trying to stem it out or anything. It's hard trying to find the right drums to beat. It was hard, but yeah, this is definitely a personal favorite of mine right there. But that's that song.
I believe the album truly starts with this track. Girlfriend and Girl Next Door were tracks made with the intention of being singles and crossover appeal, whereas Baby I Want to Tell You Something makes a departure from the teenage love-stricken sound and into new territory. Midway, Bobby Brown beatboxes, dons his moniker, Flash B, going into his rhyme that would prove to be prophetic. King of Stage is my fame. Women rush me on the street, sometimes I can't control it.
Yep.
It's part of my dream, so you know I really love it. The background singers on the chorus and also ad-libbing in between Bobby's lyrics add a fourth dimension to the song. You Ain't Been Loved Right wastes no time as it begins
That
at a
was a
high
tough
point,
joint.
quickly segueing right into its edgy rhythm. Four times the
that was
charm,
hype
the
joint
chorus is
there.
repeated, leading into Bobby's vocals. Following the interlude, the highlight comes in the fusion of the chorus, Bobby Brown's ad-libs and scatting. Written by Michael Lovesmith, You Ain't Been Loved Right is what one would expect from a Bobby Brown solo album. A funky edge, soulful vocals from its lead and background singers. This song is a gem one can't skip. John Luongo, Chris Kello, and Dr. Ice come together to write the album's title track, King of Stage. A hard-hitting beat precedes Bobby's declaration to listeners and critics. Ladies and gentlemen, have no fear, cause I am here. And all you people must share. If all of you ain't down with me to rock the house, get off my snack. The announcement of the self-proclaimed King of Stage, no longer burdened by the bubblegum pop sound and free to express himself unapologetically.
Yeah, Dr. Ice
A rapper
from,
that sings or a singer that raps.
So yeah, it's UTF. had a little environment with this because because Dr. Ice is wrote the lyrics and Bobby Brown and Dr. Ice helped wrote lyrics and Miss Master Ice is does the scratching on there as well too.
Each description Bobby Brown fits easily, as King of Stage is an equal balance of rapping and singing, making a point to shout out his associates, DJ Mix Rex and Smooth B. Like Baby I Want to Tell You Something, Bobby Brown predicts his own future with the lyrics, Bobby Brown is #1, so it is written. It's not a fiction, it's official. I'm the King of Stage. Love Obsession maintains the high energy of the last track with vocals that are a few notches short of rapping. Written by Steve Lindley, Richard Nuttall, and Ian Legal. Love Obsession is a testament to why it was necessary for Bobby Brown to leave New Edition. Fitting right at home with the up-tempo track fraught with lyrical drama. I need you to feed this love obsession. I can't flush this fever from my heart. Free from lusts, possession, I can't keep my mind from falling apart. The guitar solo, not long into the song, conveys the obsessive lyrics with long dragging riffs, with Bobby Brown doing the same with his own echoing vocals towards the end. The album takes a much needed breather with the smooth love ballad, Spending Time, written by Alan Jones. The song doesn't hesitate to show the softer side of Bobby, pleading to spend quality time with his girl, conveying a message that I found to be very relatable. I'm the only guy who will love you right. There will be no mistaking, I'll love you right, lady. The saxophone solo maintains the romantic candlelit mood with Bobby ad-libbing, and the consistent repeating of the chorus helps ensure the soft landing of the song's ending. 17, in my opinion, is a prelude to Bobby's next album. Co-written by Robert Brookins and Tony Haynes, 17 is an early variant of the swing sound that will be heard on Don't Be Cruel. The song details a grim story of a 17-year-old girl abandoned by her lover and left to care for her newborn baby on her own, having to turn to prostitution in order to feed her child. Sold her soul to the streets so her child has some food to eat. Running home, she won't go because everyone said, girl, I told you so. This song, in my opinion, is the most musically and lyrically complete song without any flaws, which lent itself to its release as a single, first quarter 1987. However, it did not reach any of the Billboard charts. The album leaves its listeners with its final track, Your Tender Romance, perpetuated with synthesizers, faint guitar riffs, and an infectious chorus. Bobby Brown's harmonies on background vocals are perfectly stacked and is the hook that keeps you invested in what the song has to offer. Man. If I could play the guitar, here's what I play for you. Bobby raps as the guitar solo makes its way into the song. The guitar along with the chorus coincide with each other until the song's end. The King of Stage album would go on to sell 300,000 copies, making it a modest hit, but a failure relative to MCA's commercial standards.
But it really didn't come alive, and our reputation was about gold and platinum. So we didn't take kindly to 300,000 sellers.
It was also met with mixed reviews from critics. I would challenge any critics of this album. King of Stage was released during a gray area in the music industry where a select number of artists were thriving, post-disco pop being outdated, and before the arrival of New Jack Swing. King of Stage does well at making the most of all parties involved, particularly Larry Blackmon and Bobby Brown. Each track serves its purpose in the statement Bobby Brown sought to make with King of Stage, and a warning to the music industry for what was to come 2 years later. If you made it to the end of this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Please be sure and get.
This was cool though. So next time we get to do this, it's going to be probably different days I do this, as both of these videos going to be as long as hell. We're going to take a look at what would be the both New Edition and Bobby Brown most iconic albums of all time. That will be New Edition, Any Heartbreak, we feature their newest member, who I did a reaction to his breakout solo album as well, Chemistry, and that's none other than Giant Gill. And Bobby Brown's iconic album Dopey Crew was also become both of their as Jimmy Jam and Jerry said, their thriller. So other than that, this was definitely good to check out both albums as well too. So other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.